Welcome to Six Figs. I'm Kyle, and in today's video, folks, we're talking about the one and only Nervos Network, CKB. Quick housekeeping notes. This is not related to CKB or Nervos Network in any way, shape, or form, but I will be having these gentlemen on my live stream today at about 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4:30 p.m. Central Time, and 5:30 Eastern. So, what are these guys? These are some crypto OGs that have been in the space for a long time. During the bull market, during the bear market, they've seen it all. I've had them on my show before. They're brilliant. And folks, stay tuned. We got Jordan Mack, Jay Mitch, and Donkey, myself, all coming together for a live stream. Hopefully we can do this a lot more, but give these guys some support. Show up. We are going to be breaking down the news, which has been absolutely crazy. Nervos drops a killer tweet here. Bangkok meeting incoming. Nervos Network is joining MetaMask for their world-renowned Builders Night Bangkok edition. Matt Bitcoin will be spearheading the conversation alongside other experts on the topic of account abstraction. Now, I absolutely love Bangkok, Thailand. I had the opportunity to visit Bangkok earlier this year. Phenomenal country. So I wish it wasn't so far away. I would love to attend this, but it's going down Thursday, September 28th. So it's currently September 28th, but midnight over there right now. So that will be happening a good 15, 16 hours from the time of this video. But as you guys can see, it's right in the heart of Bangkok, right down he used to do a lot of business back in the day out of Bangrak, actually. But here we have Joy ID going on to say, will Joy ID support native token transactions on other chains? The answer is yes. Chain agnostic and ready to roll, Joy ID aims to work across all blockchains, including Nostr protocol. Exciting times ahead. So this is awesome. No wrapping of tokens. This is slowly, I feel like, becoming the next edge in, shedding the whole wrapping of tokens, because we all know that all these hacks, it's easier to control assets on a different chain versus control them in a wrapped format, because all you hear about is wrapped assets always getting ripped off and stolen. CK Bull dropped an absolute stunner of a tweet. Nervos CK Byte halving is a game changer, and they are correct. Here's what you need to know about the consequences. CK Byte issuance to miners halves until all 33.6 billion tokens are mined. This keeps the supply in check. So, what's happening? Well, the decreased daily rewards, miners earn fewer CKB daily, which can impact mining profitability. If you listen really close, I'm going to turn up my speaker. If you heard that, folks, that is the sound of my crypto miners raging in the background. But it is what it is. So what are we going to see here? We are going to see the first halving is expected around November 19th, November 20th, with a reward drop from 1.9 million to just under a million CKB get issued per day. Excuse me. Within the next 4 years, they're going to have that million down to 500, 450,000, somewhere in there. So that's going to be really intense when that happens. So Nervos Network's been around for 4 or 5 years now. That's a big deal. Here we go, folks. Here is the official Nervos CKB Layer 1 halving. 1 month, 22 days, 21 hours, 5 minutes. I'm planning on joining in the Discord, I think, wherever Nervos is having it. And then, no pun intended. And then what I'm going to do is maybe stream this, possibly, or something like that. Now we're going to talk about the charts a little bit and CKB. We're going to see where the markets are at. I threw down this rising wedge chart on the Bitcoin dominance, and that's why you guys need to follow me at Real6Fig on Twitter, and you will see me drop this type of alpha all the time. Now, if you're wondering what a rising wedge is, it's a bearish pattern, folks. Here is an example of a bearish rising wedge. There is no bullish rising wedges. They're all bearish. And you can see that it's almost like a waterfall filling up and then dropping stuff off. But anyways, how does this impact CKB, folks? Well, it does. And we're going to show you what happened to my CKB post. Wow. This is bizarre. I wonder if it got flagged or something. Wow. This is interesting to me. What in the world is going on? It's like it left off my CKB chart? This is bizarre. Very bizarre to say the least. Well, anyways, I had attached a very nice CKB chart to this tweet. I wonder if something happened. And it just, here it is. Here it is. That's bizarre. Did I miss that the whole entire time? Well, here, anyways, you can see that Bitcoin is rising up in dominance here, meaning it's commanding the markets, right? And you can see how it suppresses CKB in a downward movement in the same time period. So that is, I find that very interesting. So, not plug an ICP here. I do cover them a lot on this channel, but they face the exact same fate as CKB. So it's not exclusively a CKB issue. But markets are kind of mixed, half in the bag right now. There's been some news with Gary Gensler really declining any Bitcoin ETFs, which, you know what? I'm not a fan of Bitcoin ETFs. I've made videos on this in the past. I don't want Wall Street in here manipulating things. It is what it is. That's just my thoughts on it. But let's get into CKB TA. This is where I last left off in the last video, and I drew all these trend lines. So the last video I did was on Tuesday, or excuse me, it's Tuesday. Is it Wednesday today? Last video I did was on Friday. So we were somewhere, let's see here. Oh my goodness. Friday, 9/22. So we are somewhere right in here. And I was kind of telling everybody that we really need to obey this trend line that's forming. So we've got the price action, which has absolutely been obeying this trend line here. So I'm hoping that this is an ascending triangle. I'm hoping that Bitcoin bursts its bubble. And I'm hoping that we see price come up to the 0.0028-ish level. And but man, we are testing this trend line very hard right now on the 4-hour chart. Let's look at the daily, just see what's popping up. And this is almost like a doji star right now. So when you see these types of doji stars kind of pop up, or spinning tops for that matter, on these higher time frame charts, it usually means that a momentum shift is happening, things like that. Here's an example of doji stars and spinning tops. Price action reverse. We've got a spinning top, a doji star, to the upside, or when things drop off. I mean, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. There's some, I'm just trying to find an example of a bearish, here we go. We got a doji star right here, some spinning tops that popped off, another tombstone there. So, when we start to see this, I get hopeful that we're going to see a little increase like this. So I'm hoping that we can fill this gap up to about 0.002858 on the weekly. And this is actually on these larger time frames. This is one of my most favorite plays to make. And I love it when price is underneath this 50 moving average and you got the 200 and the 50 moving average kind of leveling out. A lot of times what we'll see is before this 50 moving average starts to curve, we'll see the price just rip up. So I'm hoping that we see this price rip up, because right now on the daily chart, price action is still above the Ichimoku cloud. That's very important. I'm hoping this thing becomes unhinged and rips maybe up to 0.0033-ish, somewhere in there. It's a waiting game right now. We're just waiting and seeing what's happening. Like I said in the last video, I think that price action is too far away from the Ichimoku cloud. Like I said in the last video, folks, I think there's a good chance that come January 24th or sooner, we could be above this Ichimoku cloud. And that would be so bullish, folks. So stick around for that live stream or come back at about 4:30 p.m. Central Time. Figure out what time that is wherever you're at and join us for the crypto talk, the news talk, everything. So we're just going to kind of, I don't want to say hash it out, but we're going to grind it out for sure. I just noticed my hair is all weird today too. Love you all. We'll see you on the next one.